Ladies and gentlemen, Black Clover is a pretty good series. Like, no cap, it's actually a pretty good series. Now, before I say anything, I feel embarrassed saying this, but I was actually a Black Clover hater at first. Not because I never actually watched the anime at first. I was just a hater because I was just a huge Naruto dick rider at the time. And my brother tried to pull me up Black Clover. He was like, go watch this, something, expand your anime series at the time. And at the time, I wasn't really trying to expand my anime series. Really, though, I watched at the time was just Dragon Ball, Bleach, like the most basic ones and old ones. And my brother tried to put me on, and I was like, why do I want to watch that? Because I heard nothing but people say it was just trash, mid. Also, I want to be Naruto. Wants to be want to be Sasuke, and I was basically just one of those haters just to hate without actually giving the show a chance or giving it a fair shot to see what the show is about. And I feel stupid because it's actually a really good series now that I read all of it, and I'm pretty much up to date with the manga. Just a little bit behind a couple chapters, but for the most part, I'm caught up, and I can probably say that it's a really good shonen series. Now, before y'all haters come on my dick talking about it's trash, it's mid, really cases, look, I don't give a fuck about y'all's opinions, okay? I personally like the series. I think it's pretty good, but I can understand why some people that watch the anime first would drop it, just because Asta's character and especially his voice actor was a little bit too out loud and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can understand why y'all dropped it, but if y'all like Bakugo's voice actor and Inosuke's, then I'm pretty sure y'all could bear with Asta's voice. And after the series goes on for a while and stuff like that, Asta's voice actor or in his character it tones down a little bit. And as the series goes on, you kind of want him to scream more and root for him more, especially as you see his character development as the show goes on and stuff like that. You actually want to see more of that. It's so funny saying that now, because at first, at the beginning of the story, I hated hearing his voice screaming all the time. But then as the series goes on, he gets in more trouble. The stakes get higher. You kind of just want him to like yell on top of his lines, be the Wizard King, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about characters real quick, because I feel like that's what makes a series really good and stand out. You know what I'm saying? Besides the MC, what characters are we going to be introduced with our MC and stuff like that? Now in this show, that we're introduced a pretty good amount of characters, but a lot of the characters I kind of just forget, or I'm just not really heavily invested in. And especially another main character in the show, he's basically, think of Naruto and Sasuke. Asta's Naruto, Sasuke's think of it that way. And I'm gonna throw this out the window because not a lot of people try to compare is basically a knockoff version of Sasuke, or they're trying to do something similar. Look, it's nothing like that. Yeah, they're best friends and stuff like that, but in Naruto and Sasuke, they went two different routes when it came to their relationship and stuff like that, basically throughout the whole entire show till the end. And this show, really, it doesn't even go that route. Is basically very supportive of Asta. Asta sees as like his biggest rival, and the other way around, and just wants the best for Asta, and they just want to continue to be rivalries to see who's gonna be a Wizard King. So they push themselves to the limit, but never goes to the route Sasuke goes and stuff like that, where he wants to kill Asta. Like, he never goes that route or anything like that. So they're right off the bat way two different characters, way two different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to throw that out there, because I know I see a lot of people like just in comment section just throw dirt on my mans and stuff like that. But regardless, as a character, or as like another one of the side characters that's supposed to be really important, I'm not that heavily invested in this character. But not to say he's a bad character, I'm just not really that heavy into his character, if that makes sense. Like, he does have some pretty good development, but I feel like he could have a lot more. But I feel like he's just there just so he can push Asta to his limits and stuff like that. And as the show goes on, he's there, just there, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like what a lot of people like about the show, what drives this show, is the Black Bulls himself, because everybody loves the Black Bulls, bro. We're introduced to a pretty good amount of characters in the squad, from Charmy to Gordon to Luck. Magna, he's one of my favorite characters in the squad. Like, and then obviously Captain Yami and then Asta. And I feel like what a lot of people also like the show is Asta, bro, because like Asta, even though he's basically portrayed as like a basic MC, born without anything, now you're gonna see how is he gonna do, how is he gonna become Wizard King. It's his positive attitude towards everything, because I believe it was on episode 54, I believe, where he's basically in a bad scenario where like he can't, like, his arms will never be the same anymore, and now he has this dilemma, like, what is he gonna do from now? And obviously at the time when you're watching the anime or reading it, you don't know what he's gonna do. You don't know if he's gonna go into the depressed state, how is he gonna overcome this mental factor. And that's what I really love about Asta's character. Like, he's always positive about everything, no matter what. Like, imagine you're born without any magic, and then you find out that you have like some type of power which is anti-magic, so you belong somewhere in the world, and now you facing a dilemma where you can't use your arms anymore. Like what are you supposed to do? Like, do you even want to be a Wizard King and stuff like that? And Asta just sucks it in, like, you know what, I'm gonna change fate. I'm not gonna let fate stop me. And that's so motivational, bro. That's why I think at that moment where I fell in love with Asta, like he's always so positive, gonna let nothing stop him from reaching his dreams potential. And right there and do, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna love this guy. And the fact that he's short, really buff, works out a lot and stuff like that too, basically, that's just, you know what I'm saying, come on, man. And yes, I know Black Clover isn't perfect, as its flaws like any other shonen series, like anything in general. Always people are gonna nitpick about some more, some less than others, but for the most part this show just gets fucking, you know, just shitted on for no reason. I mean, some people have decent valid reasons, like for example pacing. Pacing in the show is very fast, so it's not like we're, no offense to My Hero, but like My Hero, sometimes they take little breaks in between with training arcs, and I feel like sometimes it shouldn't be that long. It should be like maybe 1 or 2, 3 chapters max, but or in the anime especially, they drag it for a little bit too long. So it's like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, like I don't care for that, you know what I'm saying. I do want to see progression, to see how they earn the techniques and stuff like that. Like for example, sometimes when just gets like random power-ups, and I'm just like, well damn, like that quick, you know what I'm saying. You could at least explain to me how he got that just a little bit, or dedicate me an episode to that. But I mean, I really don't mind it. Like I said, is just there just to push Asta to the limit. But like I said, this show is very fast paced, so it goes by very fast, and it has very little fillers, at least in the anime. So if you get into this, you're pretty much gonna get caught up really fast and stuff like that. But another thing that I do have, honestly, one complaint about, if I had a nitpick, is really I need more deaths, bro. Because like I love the elf arc, and I love the cool little twist that they threw in, where like basically it wasn't the elves, it was the devil's doing, and that whole little twist, that whole thing was so cool. And then especially, spoiler alert, but the Spain Kingdom arc, when we got towards the very end, like Captain Vengeance, or at least Yami, should have died, bro, so it could raise the stakes higher, so we as the audience know, as readers and stuff like that, like damn, this is some serious shit, like they're a real threat, like they killed my boy Yami, but like Yami ends up surviving. So it's like, it just throws that like really serious threat out the window, you know what I'm saying. Because for example, Jiraiya versus Pain, when Jiraiya died, like Naruto knew, and the whole village knew, like Pain's no joke, like he's about his shit. So like I just wish there was more deaths in the show, so it could raise the stakes higher, so we could see how Asta, Yuno, and all the would, how they would deal with that mental block, you know what I'm saying. Because when you read it and you find out no one really dies, it just feels like, damn, like I don't want it to be like Dragon Ball, where like deaths don't really matter, because deaths should matter, you know what I'm saying. It's what makes the characters go to another level in a mental state, how they can overcome that, you know what I'm saying. So I wish there was more deaths in the show. That's like my only big complaint I have to say about this. But I know some people don't mind it, but me personally, I like that, because like I said, just raise the stakes higher, and just we get to see really what the characters are made of after someone important to them dies, you know. I also want to touch on animation in this show really quick. Now I know animation goes up and down in the series, but it gets better throughout the series goes, because I understand that it gets a lot of criticism for animation being kind of suckish at first, which I do agree, but it gets better throughout the show goes. But I know they made an announcement for a movie sometime next year, so hopefully that's god tier animation, and hopefully when the anime returns, we can get like good animation for it, because I feel like Black Clover deserves that. But like I said, animation is not the best, but it's doable. Like I've seen worse, bro, so the animation is really not that bad. People just be hating just to hate. But yeah, overall Black Series is not that bad of a series. I actually like it, and I feel like a lot of y'all do as well. And if y'all hate on it, well, y'all just gonna hate. Nothing can really change y'all's mind. But I like making my videos kind of quick and short, easy to the point, so I don't want to drag this out for too long. So if y'all did enjoy this video, like the video, really means a lot to me. If y'all want to suggest any other series I should talk about, y'all can comment down below. I'll check them out if I have not read it already or seen it. But that being said, appreciate all the love and support. I will see y'all on my next video. Y'all want to see extra content, y'all subscribe to the second channel. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. Like I said, appreciate all of the support, really means a lot to me. I'm trying to post out content at least, you know, 1 or 2 vids a week, really cases. No promises though, no promises, but I'm trying. I've been trying, you know what I'm saying. But appreciate all of the support. I'll see you in my next video, and peace out.